Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of NDS Chronicles, the show where we read your submitted paranormal testimony. I am David Lee Corbo, aka The Raven. That is Top Lobsta, the father of disinformation.
Putting up with your abuse. That's not nice. I hope that came through in the intro, what you said to me.
I didn't say anything to you. Say hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Good.
That's Nancy.
That's enough, and that's about enough.
That's about enough of you.
Yeah.
Sometime around the 30-minute mark, we're going to go live exclusively to patreon.com/.
Why are you
Nephilim
so
Death
serious right now?
I almost said backsplash Nephilim Death Squad. /Nephilim Death Squad. Sometime around the 30-minute mark, the pores will be kicked out because they are disgusting. You know, all the things that are horrifying in the world, we talk about a lot of them. Futanari succubi, sleep paralysis demons. Nothing is more horrific than the pores. And we will be shaking them off around the 30-minute mark. If you're not poor and you want to prove us wrong, patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad is for you. Gain access to the rest of the episode.
Look at all that.
That's a lot of content, baby. A lot of content for your content holes, and we are cranking out the content. So there's a bunch of it backlogged for you. You can go check that out.
558 things.
Damn.
That you could potentially
You could view 558 things. Also, when Bohemian Grove 4 rolls around, you'll get first dibs on the tickets to the hottest event around. Also, a discount code off of merchandise from toplobsta.com, where all kinds of super dope designs await your wearing pleasure.
Which one are you going to choose today? Which way? Usually you pick one, you go, that one's good.
I don't know, man. I mean, the designs that we have are really, I know that we've put a highlight on this one before, but this is for the people. Go back up to the moon map, because that's it, man. That's one of the coolest designs that we have. The moon map. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, are you even a fan of the show? Losers.
Steven,
you
bit.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get into it. Let's jump straight into it, because we were told by Nancy, producer Nancy, that we have a really excellent. She said it was phenomenal. She said it was one of the best she'd ever read, I believe was the words that she used. And she also said it's 14 pages long.
Oh, we're actually doing that.
So we have to get straight into it. But thank you, Schizo
Oh,
Friend.
hey, okay. Schizo Friend with $10. Do a give, send, go for Nancy's computer. I'm good for $100. Well, this $10 will go towards that. We need to have one of those like how you had in TLC, Rest Its Soul. A little counter. I don't know how much a computer will cost.
It wasn't
Nancy.
a counter. I had to update it constantly, and then the people would make fun of me when my math was wrong. But
that's right.
We do need to get Nancy a proper computer, and I think that setting up some sort of a pay our producer. Like, you know what? We're supposed to pay our producer, but if the fans could,
we'll make it fun.
Pay our producer.
Pay
I
our
like
producer,
that. And we'll get her some equipment. What do you think about that, Nancy?
Just not even talking.
You guys don't have to do that. I have a working tablet.
All right, she asked for the computer, so we're gonna get her a computer.
She says she needs it. She says she wants it. And she says she appreciates it.
To be honest, I think we could just get her the parts, like the pieces of the computer.
I like how
and let her put it together herself.
Somebody in the chat named Anessa M says, "Howdy, David," and that feels like it's somebody I should know in person. You know, like whenever you see something like that, it's like, do I know you from like a past life or something? Are you like somebody that I used to work with, or are you related to me? Maybe even. It just seemed like a really peculiar, like, hello, specifically, David.
I don't know you. Yeah,
maybe
the other guy, whatever. But David,
right?
By the way,
well,
shoe of the day.
Shoe of the day. Those are bangers.
These are my favorite sneakers in the world.
We need a shoe cam.
Yeah,
those are beautiful sneakers.
They're the best.
They're the best.
We the best.
They're the best. All right, no more dilly-dallying, dude. Nancy said that we have to get straight into
14 pages.
14 pages. This is titled "Orange is the New Black," and I was told this is about a woman in prison. Mm-hmm. So I said that's cool.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you, this is dense. This is 14 pages all the way through. There's no like big spaces or anything like that. Hi.
Are you sure you don't want to like warm up into it?
I mean, what do you mean? I think we got to just get through it, dude.
I know, but there's short ones. One guy likes to get eaten by Nephilim. There are druggies. There's shadow people.
There's always druggies and shadow people, though.
There's a daddy. Daddy sent us an update.
Did he really?
I think so.
Daddy Dungus? Dogus? Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right,
Dogus?
whatever. I guess we're doing this. What is the
number? I'm
number?
going to plow through it, dude.
There's one that says numerology. 444.
Gary's the numbers guy. You know how I feel about Gary, though. I really don't like them.
I know, but that's still no excuse. So now we're making the Jays like they're gonna tell us how to talk on our show.
On our show,
$50 from Schizophrenic. Thank you very much. Surely there's a better way to do this. So YouTube,
yeah.
probably sending it to.
Honestly, I don't know if we've ever pulled the money off of YouTube yet, have we?
No, you know what I think we should do? What
We should use the funds from YouTube for Nancy's.
We should actually. We can do that.
All
We
right,
can do
cool.
that.
Guys,
But
any
still,
super chats on YouTube are going to go towards Nancy's
yeah,
stuff.
but YouTube's still going to take half of it or something like that. They take a big percentage. They take
Yeah.
more than Rumble.
They're clipping our coins.
Maybe we should make like a T-shirt for Nancy.
I
Just
agree.
like a big, like a gangly skinwalker on a computer.
Nancy, what do you think about that?
Nancy, pull up some death videos.
I like
please.
it.
Nancy
Okay,
likes
I
it.
think all right. So a T-shirt for because I hate. Like, I mean, it's not that I hate the super chats. We appreciate them.
Of course, yeah, of course. I appreciate Schizophrenic.
And we like to talk to them like when they come up. But I also like to give them something for what they like what they're paying for. So at least like with the Toad thing, there was
that beautiful shirt.
yeah, we raised like a good amount of money for Toad with
Didn't
that
that-
shirt.
No. That was yeah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter, right? That's what it said.
No. It's I don't even have it up here anymore. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. Go ahead and
We-
vamp. for them.
We're vamping. I mean, we really got to read this 14-page story.
I don't care.
All right, fine. That's fine.
I misspelled the word Toad. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the one Toad.
Toad
the fundraiser.
fundraisers, yeah. Yeah, they don't understand the things I say on Twitter. That's what it was. That's what I said.
Oh no, because there's another version. So this one, yeah, I mean, it cost me like a couple of dollars, depending on the size, to actually print the shirt, but the rest of it goes to Toad. So like,
Z-Man says a Nancy sticker pack. Nancy should be. I think there's something about the Skinwalker that really resonates with Nancy.
yeah, our producer is a Skinwalker.
Honestly,
T-shirt,
the
Ask Me
day that
Anything.
she came up to me and said hello, it did feel like there was something nefarious wearing the skin of a woman.
No, I mean the greeting was very nice.
It was nice.
Everything was nice
But
about
she
it. But
has a steel energy about her. Steel is in like metal. Like she has a cold steel
what it is
energy
that
about her.
all the skin on my flesh crawled.
Yeah, all of the hair on my body stood up, and it wasn't auto. It happened. I didn't do it to myself this time. It's when she stood in front of me. I said, "I feel like I'm in danger."
We'll work on something. I think that would be fun, and then we could do like a little fundraiser and get because she'll need a microphone.
That's right.
She'll need a computer,
A nice pair of headphones would be good.
probably some sneakers because she had no shoes on when we met her.
That's right.
And
very,
then,
very long feet.
Yes.
Very
like
long feet.
toes were spread out like this
Like
on
she
the
was,
floor.
like she was gripping the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
All right.
All right. So what's the name of this story?
This is Orange is the New Black was what it said.
I don't even see it here. Is
You
that at the
come
bottom?
on, man. There's not
see
that
it.
many. There you go. Okay, it starts off with hi.
Oh, actually, there is quite a
Son
few.
of a flesh.
Hold on. There is a few. There are a few. And we actually have a brand new website that you can go to. It's Chronicles NDS at Gmail. But I'm going to change this because I want you guys to send the emails to this one. So,
Are you gonna? Do we have it set up for Nancy yet?
well, yeah, Nancy will get these. And
It'll
then
be
we'll-
what? It's well, what's the domain? Yeah, go ahead and tell us what it is.
Hold on. We'll type it up.
We're working on things. We're really fleshing things out here. Flesh being the functioning word.
Flesh. Yeah, we made it. We tried to make it easier for everybody. So I made it longer.
Yes.
Super long. No, that's not right. Don't email that one. Hold on.
We don't know what it is.
It's just Chronicles.
Okay, Chronicles at NephilimDeathSquad.com. That's a banger.
And we actually have Chronicles at Nephilim. We have Nancy at Nephilim Death Squad. We've got, I think it's like David or Raven. You get me. We have our own separate
Well, they
emails.
should probably know what it is.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But
So-
this one definitely.
But you guys can email Nancy at NephilimDeathSquad.com. And I don't care what you email her with, but please do email her. Please do. Send whatever you got.
Let her know.
Let her know how you're feeling, just maybe the ins and outs of your day.
Yeah, like that. No cursing. All right, here we go.
Hi.
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 Who is this? She didn't say.
She didn't say.
I got to
'cause she doesn't
scroll
want to dox her.
14 pages down. Wow.
To dox her.
Look at this. Still going.
Oh, yeah, dude. Okay, here we go. I got to get into it because we're at the
It
10
just
minute
says
mark.
at the end, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right. She goes, I'm imagining it's a she. I'm not really sure how to even begin this. You really messed that up right off the bat. Just hi.
Yeah.
It's all over the place and not really about one specific topic. It was just a weird thing that happened to me that you guys will probably think is funny. It's funny, but it's funny now, but it wasn't when it happened.
Many such cases.
Yes. But I don't even know where I gotta read it, dude. I didn't say it. I don't even know where to begin.
Whoa.
I was in prison.
Whoa.
It wasn't new prison either. I had been there for a few years, so I had already had like so many other crazy things happen. I know the way you guys like to stop and talk about things, so I'll say I was there for taking scrap metal to the recycling center. It wasn't mine. I needed money for drugs.
Is this Kate?
Dude, this is such a banger.
Kate,
I love
you?
this.
Kate has that look about her, right?
I used to work for a place that, like, you know, we collected catalytic converters and you know, rotors, but we did it legally from shops.
Yeah.
But like when you're doing that, every shop owner is like, yeah, I'd rather give it to you guys for some money than have these crackheads keep coming over here with hacksaws and cutting my cats out.
There's a lot of tricks to this too. I used to live by one of these places, and you'll see a crackhead. They used to steal the carriage from Pathmark. I don't know if you remember Pathmark.
I used to be the manager of Pathmark.
He looks like David, the type of dude to be the manager of Pathmark.
I was the manager of Pathmark until the day it all went under. I literally, like, I was the part of the last wave of people that worked at Pathmark, and then we closed the doors forever. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Underrated store, pretty cool.
Great bakery.
Great bakery. I enjoyed Anyway, they'd steal the Pathmark carts and they'd fill them up with all kinds of metal that they found from Coney Island, and then they wheel it over a big what's this thing called? Like just a bridge, just a big bridge. But you'd have to check. Like I talked to the guys there, and they'd have to dump out all the bottles of hi JC.
Hi JC.
All the bottles of whatever they're recycling, because they'll put water or sand in it,
and it make it heavier.
This is how do you grift?
That's the grift, baby. Yeah. Back before you ever did it on Twitter or the internet, it was happening in shopping carts and Pathmarks.
This lady needs a name because
Pathmark Peggy. So
Peggy.
Peggy does seem apt. All right. So
I think her name is Heather.
Oh, Heather.
Oh, perfect.
Heather is a like a kind of a drug addict white girl name.
Yeah.
I've known some Heathers.
You see that around here.
Yeah. All right. I needed money for drugs. They stacked charges on me for the same crime, and I ended up with a 7-year sentence because that's how Florida do.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she seems like she's from around here.
That's right, yeah. You literally just said that. That's hilarious.
Peggy, you in Lake County?
To keep the prisons full. I did deserve to go. I will say that. I served 85% of my sentence because that's how Florida do. It was a maximum security prison, even though I wasn't high custody or anything. It's just that when you're a low custody, you can go wherever there is room. So that's where I went. So aside from your regular displaced inmates like myself, there were all kinds of really interesting maximum security inmates. It was a woman's prison, though. I'm some kind of weird autistic lady.
It makes sense. Makes sense. Welcome to the show.
I like the women that we attract to this show are they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool in like it's a colloquial term for likely on drugs, probably pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
but
cool,
also
like stay over there.
Cool like if it wasn't for shows like this, they'd be a witch. That's the kind of cool that they be.
We're talking to you, Nancy.
All right, so I'm a weird autistic lady. Also, since it's a max security, it's also where they'd hold all the criminally insane type inmates or like inmates with mental issues that had to stay confined. Okay,
all right.
Except for whatever reason, they would randomly release some of these mentally unwell people into the general population, like they were giving them a trial run or something.
Oh, Heather's here.
Heather!
Welcome to the show. I'm sorry, Heather. Frying chicken.
She works at a Zaxby's.
That really cuts it down.
Yeah.
Could be anywhere close.
There's a Zaxby's not far from here. I've stopped there before and had a good time with just eating chicken.
It's a good store. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good.
Okay, we're going to go through every Zaxby's.
Are you Heather?
This is Heather.
No, I'm saying like that's what we'll ask when we get to Zaxby's.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm looking for a Heather B.
We're going to find one every single time we show up.
All right, no, she moved back to Jersey. Okay.
Okay, all right. So except for whatever reason, they would release these mentally unwell people into the general population, like they were giving them a trial run or something. It was always these schizophrenic people who they just decide were safe to put in an open bay. I've seen so many people just sit there and have conversations with themselves, full-blown active dialogue with different voices. Like I'm sitting there watching several people have a conversation out loud, but it's just one person that's doing the talking.
So Heather makes a great point. There is one of me in every supermarket.
Oh yeah, 100%. I had 6 of you in Pathmark.
Yeah. Not easy to manage.
Yeah, overnight shift, the cash registers. So goes on to say they would argue with themselves and have whole different expressions and speaking patterns. One of them used to even talk about me to the other person in their head they were talking to. They would whisper back and forth about me, but it was just this one huge fat lady with several different people living inside of her. Some of them were harmless, but then there were the ones that weren't. They had a wing of confinement called TCU for specific inmates that were just too crazy to be out of their cells. So they decided to let this big black lady out of TCU. Her name was Izzy.
What?
Izzy.
What is that short for?
Isabel, probably.
Oh, Isabella. Yeah. Not a common black girl name.
What is, we talked to Izzy Griffin. What the hell would his...
He told us, but I don't remember. Oh, no, it's like wasn't it like a nickname for Ozzy?
Oh, it was a nickname, yeah, for Ozzy.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
My cousin's named Izzy, and
I
he's
used to
a
know a
drug
dude
addict.
named Izzy, but his name was Israel.
Israel. I don't know what my cousin's name is. It's just Izzy.
That's not good. You don't know your cousin's name?
No.
First cousin?
Maybe we kind of stay away from him. He's like got into a lot of drugs, does a lot of weird stuff. He's the dude that is in the town that's always riding the bike. You know that dude?
Oh, yeah.
That like up and down the town they go, there he goes.
There he goes on his bike again. Where's he going? Nowhere, really.
Nowhere really. Got a job?
No.
Just riding.
It's got great cardio, though.
Oh, he's got a 12 pack. Yeah, see? Izzy be funky.
Izzy be funky. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, so everyone was afraid of her, Izzy. Everybody was afraid of Izzy. She was tall. Her arms and legs were like tree stumps. She was Caribbean. Her first name was even Islandi.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't Isabella.
Islandi, or is that island?
Island.
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 Like in New Jersey, there's Island.
Thank you. Thanks, Scott.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, what? Mind tripping. You, Scott. Mind tripping says Alex Stein was a good show with NDS. LOL. Thank you, guys. Yeah, last night we were on Alex Stein's show, Primetime with Alex Stein. The episode is up on YouTube. Go check it out and blow his comments up with schizophrenic. Make him think we're cooler.
Yeah,
than
let
we
him
are.
know that we're better. That we were better at conspiracies.
Oh yeah. He's not bad though. He knows some stuff enough to kind of, keep a conversation going.
I felt like he was just screaming at me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like that.
All right. Yeah, I never mind.
Okay.
I realized.
She was Caribbean. Her first name was Islandi or Island, Izzy for short. I'm not trying to sound racist.
But
So if that comes across like some kind of thing I don't mean it to be, I just want you to get the scope of how big and scary this lady was. Oh, so basically you're saying that she had a high propensity for violence. Because of her...
How many stars? No,
skin?
wait, that's the wrong show.
That's right. I'm very sorry.
Every time they get us on this, like yesterday, the same thing.
They keep doing it to us. They're doing it to us.
I'm not going to submit to this.
Yeah, they're egging us on.
Mm-hmm. The shoes are as far as I go.
That's it. They look good.
I don't like
Those
your
are nice
shoes. I don't like your shoes.
I love my shoes. My wife got them for me.
Keep reading.
Okay. I don't mean it to be racist, but I am. There is 80 women to an open bay, and every single one of them, no matter how bad they were, is like, no, she can't be here because of how crazy she was. She would like stand over people's beds in the middle of the night and talk to people who weren't there, and was never out on the compound for more than 2 weeks before she would get into some and go back to TCU. We were all afraid. Why'd you look at me like that?
No, just
okay.
Looking at the shoes, really. So of course
they put her in the bed right across from me. Everything was fine for like the first 6 hours. That is not a long time for everything to be fine. And remember, everyone was on high alert. Grown women all telling the officers, this lady cannot be in here with us. And all they would say is, we can't do anything until she does something. This was a routine that went on whenever they would put someone like that in one of the dorms. There was a collection of regular schizophrenics, just normal schizophrenics, that would make an appearance for a few days on the compound. Everyone would see one of 5 walking out of confinement with their big bedroll, and every yard would stop and watch in anticipation and dread, like, what dorm is she coming to? Please don't be ours. To please don't. Okay, I see the punctuation issue. And we would all breathe a sigh of relief when they didn't go in our dorm, except this time, here comes Izzy again.
Damn.
In the bathroom, in the dorm, the back row of toilets faced the showers.
You think she stank? You think
Oh,
she
100%. That thang stank.
Yeah, she's
That
got
thang be stanking. That big old Caribbean thang.
smelled like clothes that you washed but didn't dry.
And voodoo.
And voodoo.
And voodoo. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what happened?
He says, wait, there's casual and competitive schizophrenia.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's minor league, and then there's there's the big leagues. So the toilets that face the showers don't have doors. That sucks. So
Yeah.
you're just like watching people shower while you take a. That's a bummer. It's just a row of metal toilets with like half a concrete wall in between each one, so you could look to your left and right and see somebody else's head sitting on the toilet. And you better get used to it, because people will just walk up and ask you for coffee while taking a. Eventually, it won't even phase you. Yeah. I mean, that's how I remember getting into general population, and the whole shower area is just a big open, super cool area.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Didn't like that. Don't like the locker room stuff. I like my own space.
Yeah, I never was into, like, even in gym class, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, no, I'm not fucking swanging around these people. Swanging. I'm trying.
He's trying.
The showers you're facing are just like a saloon, swinging doors on each stall with barely any privacy. The prison showers are a horrific story all in themselves. Stories for other times. Oh, please tell us those stories.
Wow.
I was using the bathroom and I stood up, flushed the toilet, and started to walk down the aisle of toilets and showers, when one of the saloon shower doors swings open with brute force, and that big black lady named Izzy jumped out in front of me, got in my face, and said, "And you next!" But I didn't flinch. I just thought to myself, that's nice.
That's so Heather.
That's so Heather.
Yeah.
That is so Heather. And kept walking. I was operating on this weird prison autopilot that I can't explain. Thinking back to all I can compare it to is that scene in the first Jurassic Park where Dennis Nerdy sees the Dilophosaurus. I think a Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus.
When he gets stuck in the mud. Yeah.
When he gets stuck in the mud, not the part where the dinosaur sprays poison at him, the part before when he sees it looking at him, tells him that's nice, and then walks away. That was me. But I'm a skinny white lady with glasses.
This is actually a great comment from Z-Man. Raven would totally ask Top where the coffee is while he's taking it.
That's not true. I've taken a lot of liberties in your home. I know exactly where the coffee is.
He has asked me. You have. That's something that you've asked.
Well, yeah, through the door.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's as good. I mean, if there was no door.
Well, I got to ask you where stuff is at.
You see?
And let's be honest, you're not taking a shit, you're tweeting.
No, while you're shitting.
I'm not looking for the coffee while I'm shitting.
You're thinking about the coffee.
I'm thinking about the coffee.
Heather's asking us to keep reading.
Heather, of course. What? Get to that. Hey, no spoilers, Heather. Don't spoil the story.
We won't pull it up, but let's keep going.
I wash my hands real quick, and I go and sit on my bed back in the main part of the dorm and think about whether or not being next is something I need to consider. And Izzy goes and sits on her bed across the row from me with her arms crossed. I get up and head back towards the bathrooms to tell my friend Tiffany what just happened because I'm weirded out. Kind of unrelated, but weird. but Tiffany looks exactly like the Tiffany who swore the motherfucker on the plane wasn't real.
Oh.
And that always bothers me that they have the same first name and look alike, but she's in prison this whole time. And I know it ain't her, but I do see random people from prison all the time now as background people in my regular life. But I'm sure that's just PTSD as I've been home for several years. How long were you in prison, Heather? You're in the thingy. Maybe you said it in the beginning, but how long were you away?
New conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
People in prison.
They're cloning them and then putting their clones out in public for background actors.
Dog. Maybe.
Why not?
Why not NPC? Like, maybe this explains the NPC phenomenon. People in prison from, like, you know, whatever she was doing, stealing metal.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? That chick, though, the chick from the plane, it doesn't look like her. Like the one that's doing the rounds and making appearances, and it just doesn't look like the original chick.
She follows me, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask her, what's wrong with you? But I'm like, I just don't.
Well, people have asked her, and she's like, haha, no, it was nothing. We all jumped to lizard person during that time. It was very much like the Miami Mall situation where it was like Nephilim, and it was like, well, why that leap? We all leapt to like lizard person. She saw a shape-shifting lizard person. Even though what she said was like, that motherfucker's not real, is like, is that...
What happened? Are we still live?
I don't know. Everything froze up. That was a scary noise. What happened here? What was that noise? Was that you?
No.
Nancy, can you hear us? Switch Wi-Fi channel due to signal performance. Oh, I think you got by the Wi-Fi.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear us. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I guess that means the audience
Can you
hear us.
see us?
Yes,
Did you make music happen?
Huh.
maybe.
Oh, man, a bunch of things just happened at once, and that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah,
Why is our video frozen for you?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever's happening is only happening for us, which is reassuring. Right now, our screen is frozen. We look great though on
Yeah.
the screen that's frozen.
Well, it's weird.
All right. Well, while you try to troubleshoot to maybe get this back to us, it might just be the TV that we're looking at is frozen. Maybe if we turn it back on and off. Anywho, all right. So let's get back to it. I do see random background people from prison all the time. It was kind of dumb for me to go back in the bathroom because I thought, because Izzy got up and followed me. Oh, so you basically just walked into getting cornered in the bathroom. That's no good. Where did that go? Because Izzy followed me. I should mention that in prison, I was like 125 pounds. I remember always being hungry, and I'm not really even aggressive at all. So I don't know why this lady decided that I was next. But she was right.
I was next.
I was next. Damn it, dude. I'm walking in the bathroom and I feel something slam into the side of my head. That's not good. Oh, okay, we're good. We're back now. I can see us. Scroll up. I want to see if Heather said anything about how long. No, we can't see it. Heather, if you told us how long you've been in prison, say it again because our live chat got all messed up.
Oh, here we go. Everything is back.
Okay, everything's back. See if you could find Heather. I'd love to know how long she was in prison. I know she's working at the chicken joint right now, and she's probably
We're gonna
very
get her
busy.
fired.
Yeah, I don't want her manager to.
And she'll have to steal more metal.
Oh, okay, I did 5 on a 7-year sentence. Okay, geez, man.
Damn, that's a long time.
All right, well let's read about her getting the beat out of her. You ready?
Yes, please. This is my favorite part. I'm not even ready.
She was next. I'm walking in the bathroom and I feel something slam into the side of my head. And next thing I know, my feet are out from under me and I'm flying through the air. And as quick as I'm flying through the air, now suddenly I'm on the floor of the handicap shower stall. And I'm looking up at Izzy standing over me. Her eyes were all black.
Damn.
That was maybe the most racist thing you've said. And I see her mouth moving. So I know she's saying some to me. But her giant Thanos-looking arms are moving. And I know they're hitting me. But I'm also in shock that this whole event is currently unfolding. And time is like standing still with this possessed lady pummeling me and the side of my face hurts. And we told the guards she couldn't be in here. And now I'm the one about to like die in the fucking shower.
That's crazy.
I think I yelled something at her like, "What did I do to you?" That's a great question.
You could be describing like an experience with somebody that's demonically possessed, or just like a run-of-the-mill experience of
Being in New Jersey, being in New York, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, feels like high school. What you're talking about.
Yeah, this feels a lot like just a casual stroll in the middle of the day through Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, like, why are you being violent to me?
Why are you
like,
trying to kill me right now? Yeah.
Like, no reason, really.
I remember a few girls later saying to me, "Why didn't you fight back? I would have hit that back." I love that. I love that. When people say, "Oh, I would have," like, sometimes when you're blindsided by a thing, your body doesn't. It's one thing to like square up with an individual. It's another thing to be blindsided by an arm that is like the density of a log.
Yeah.
Coming off of a big Caribbean. You know, like your body isn't quite ready. And sometimes
that's where your mind is at too. But also, you should have been ready when she told you.
Well, yeah, honestly, Heather.
I would have been on guard. I mean, but that's just, you know.
Yeah, you shouldn't have went to the bathroom where there was really no other way out except for the way you came in.
Yeah, you got to be watching your back.
Yeah. All right. But I was in shock. And also, she came up behind me and stunned me. I was caught completely off guard. Also, I know when to stand down. And this was one of those times where you just curl up in a ball and pray for it to be over because you know she has the strength of a monster. The officers ran in and cuffed us both and took us both to confinement for fighting. And of course, the racist female officers in the confinement used that as a fun time to make fun of me and ask why I was fighting people. That was hilarious to them. And even though I wasn't actually fighting, when like that happens, everyone involved goes under investigation, which is why I had to go as well. Yeah, that's kind of how it is in school too. It's like, it doesn't matter who's getting picked on. If you, it doesn't even, you don't even have to fight back. It's just if you're involved in an altercation or you are the recipient of an whooping, you're both going to get written up. You know, my kid last year, I think, got in some trouble for fighting somebody. He like punched him in the stomach and punched him in the nose. And we're like, well, he wouldn't just do that. Like, he's not gonna. And so we asked, like, what happened? And it's like, okay, well, first he came up and he shut my kid's laptop. And then when he went to go open the laptop, the kid knocked all his papers.
Is that Dayquil?
No, no, it wasn't Dayquil. Then he knocked all the papers off my son's desk, and then when my son went to go pick up the papers and off the floor, then he just started slapping him in the face and the head. And so then my son got up and punched him in the stomach and punched him in the face, and then he got written up. And my question was, why was this allowed to get to that extent? Where is the teacher? What's going on? But so yeah, it just doesn't matter.
This is why my kids don't go to school.
That's why.
It's literally what I'm reading here. I think this is a Michael Malice quote, but I'll butcher it. School is like prison. It's the only place that you will experience, like that you are sure to experience physical violence at.
Yeah,
because you're locked in there. It's a prison. There's bars on the windows. You sit down, do as you're told. Bell rings, do the next thing. It's like, yeah.
I would say that in my school experience, I have been in north of 15 fights. And outside of my school experience, I've been in one altercation that took place like that wasn't in a gym.
I've been in same thing. One fight outside of school. Mm-hmm. Every other fight has been I paid to be in the fight.
I've paid to fight these people.
Yeah, I paid to fight them in a place. One fight was at a catering hall. Some guy punched me, and then I punched him back, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
but it was there's a whole thing. But yeah, in school it was a common occurrence.
I also fought at a catering hall.
Yeah.
It was a McDonald's, but yeah, I would call that a catering hall.
I was working at a catering hall, and
I was not working at that McDonald's. Just to be clear,
guy said some gay to me. He said, "I can't go back to Brooklyn without your head."
Oh, that's like, really gay.
Yeah, I was like, that's a Papoose line, but I was like, all right, I mean,
oh really?
Do what you got to do. And then he was like, I'm gonna fight you.
Papoose, isn't that what I'm drinking?
You know what?
Actually, that says pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse. I mean, same thing.
Hey, anybody in the chat know what a pamplemousse is? Because I don't.
Yeah, I'm too lazy. Nancy,
can you Google what a... Good job, Nancy.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're
Good
right.
job. Guys, Nancy is now, she's doing elevator music when we don't stop ranting for so long.
Yeah, my bad. I
Nancy,
got into
if
a
you
fight.
could
It
look
doesn't
it up.
matter.
Yeah.
They said it means grapefruit, but please keep reading.
Okay.
Chocolate cam. All right, here we go.
On the way into confinement, you also get strip search, which is also a thing you're used to. And Izzy is in the cell next to me yelling, "I swear on my life, if I ever see your white on the compound, I'ma beat your for the rest of my life."
For real.
Or something along those lines. The guards are just laughing. I still can't believe this is going on. I'm in shock. I still can't believe this is going on.
She still can't
I
believe.
cannot believe this is going on. Eventually, this gets cleared up. An investigation gets done to see what took place. So they do figure out that I got jumped by the crazy lady they let out of TCU, but they still have this whole process they have to go through.
Hold on a second. This is a good comment. A papoose board is something you strap a patient in when you need to stop them from moving.
Oh.
When the ambulance comes and they strap your head down. That's what that is.
Yeah, or like what they put a Captain America in when they had to inject him with the growth hormones from the Miracle Grow. Oh.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Wait. Yeah, no, you don't know who Papoose is? He's like an American.
Papoose is a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. But I just like, I never stopped to be like, what is a papoose? It's interesting that that's a papoose.
This guy quoted
Nancy
Papoose
just
to
gave
me.
us the music.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Gayest possible thing you could do.
I never really remember Papoose being.
Have you ever quoted a rap song to somebody and then challenged them to a fight?
Oh, no.
And then them laugh at you and I went to turn away and then he threw a punch.
I
Sort of hit me.
appreciate the commitment.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
like,
he was
"I'm coming for
serious.
yeah.
He was serious. I f***ed him up, but he was serious. He cursing again. Keep reading.
Unbelievable. Okay. So they realize that I got jumped by the crazy lady that they let out of TCU, but they still have to go through this whole process they have to go through that involves packing all your stuff and getting statements and doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So this was just a story about how and this is a story all about how my life got, this is a story of how I ended up in the confinement cell in the first place. This isn't even the actual story. Holy shit, I feel like I've been reading this for 38 minutes, except to set the tone and add background. Izzy went on to other adventures. She actually went home and came back while I was still serving the same sentence.
Wow.
I know this because she assaulted an officer when she came back, and they had to unload the riot pepper spray on her, which is stronger than just regular pepper spray, that they referred to as the Black Jesus.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That sounds intense.
Maybe because they would pray to not get sprayed with it.
I don't know.
Because
That's a
she
crazy
wouldn't
name.
stay down every time they sprayed her. She kept getting up like the Terminator. That was later on, though.
Oh, they called her the Black Jesus.
No, I don't think they did. That was later on, though, towards the end of my sentence. Let's get back to the confinement cell. Because Izzy threatened to beat my ass for the rest of my life, they thought they should put me in protective custody. All that means is they keep you in a confinement cell, and that's where you live now. They don't actually invest anything once you go to PC, which I didn't understand what was going on. So you're kept in this weird confinement where you're not actually in trouble, but you're locked in a 2-man cell 24/7. Good God, that is torture.
Horrific.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so hold on. So you go to confinement, and because of that, your bed.
I like how this is being written. Oh, wait, Nancy is actually...
Oh,
Nancy, you could say something.
I like that she's. Yeah, Nancy, what do you want us to do?
We're listening.
Get the pores out.
Well,
Nancy doesn't like the pores.
sorry, guys. You got to go.
All right, guys, you heard it. Nancy said it. If you want to continue listening to whatever happens to catalytic converter Heather, you got to go over to patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. And these camera shots are killing me. Sign up for whatever tier you'd like. We'll see you in a couple minutes. If not, I'm going to assume you're poor, and that's disgusting to me. So
Anti-poor
goodbye.
hate speech.
That's right.
No longer a fan of Nancy.
No longer a fan of Nancy. See, this is what happens, Nancy. You get to, once you're on the show, people turn on you.
Yeah.
That's
See how
it.
fleeting the popularity is?
That's it. They love you when you're one of them, and then once you get a little bit of voice time, face time, whatever, they hate you. They're gonna hate you, Nancy. They're all gonna turn on you.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, I should have deleted that on YouTube.
All right. So let's get on to this. Okay, so you go to confinement, and because of that, your bed and your drawer or your box of property and all your everything you have has to get packed up and cataloged. So if you don't have people around you who are decent, then everybody steals your like you did something. So you got your kicked, and then you get your stolen, and then you get to be in basically solitary confinement.
Sounds great, dude.
That is crazy. And Heather clarified. She said, "Spray them with black Jesus."
Okay.
So yeah. I guess it's because they pray like, no, not, don't do it.
Not the black Jesus, please.
We gotta take this comment off the thing. Okay, so everybody steals your, but nobody did that to me because they were all shocked about what happened too, and nobody they actually went and got the stuff I wasn't supposed to have and kept it safe for me. Because the guards you up on purpose too.
Oh my goodness, David with
well,
the
I'm
language.
just reading. I'm reading. It'll mess up the flow. I got to keep going. Like if you have artwork or photos or shivs, they'll purposely spill stuff all over it, rip it, and ruin it. Your stuff gets packed up and inventoried, and eventually they bring you your bedding and your clothes for your cell. You wait there for however many weeks while they investigate, and then there is a hearing. Then you go. You get your sentence. And either go back to the compound or do time in confinement. I was in that cell by myself for 2 weeks before they brought that little girl in. What?
Whoa, wait a second.
All right. That was like all right. I didn't have a bunkie, and I hadn't spoken to anyone. The only interaction with people was during medication and chow. They open up the little hatch on the door. Every other day, you get to shower if you want. And the officers cuff you from behind just to walk a few feet from your cell to the shower.
And this is for you
getting beat up.
Well,
you shouldn't have got beat up, Heather. You ever think of that? Behave. You get to walk a few feet from the shower, and the shower is a cell that they lock you in for a few minutes or a few hours, depending on when they feel like coming to get you out. What the? Let me ask you something, Heather. Did you shower a lot, or you were stinky? I think Heather
it was optional.
Honestly, I think I'd be so pissed off. I'd be like, you know what? Everybody else is gonna suffer. I'm gonna smell like ass.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to come in here and grab me,
you're gonna have to
stink a little.
You're gonna hit a wall of scent.
This is why I don't understand. Like, if I'm fighting in the UFC, I wouldn't have showered for a while.
Do you talking about north-south position?
Just in general.
Ooh.
They make you clip your nails and all that, but like,
yeah. You're gonna get in my guard. You're gonna have to
if I'm fighting Khabib or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
you really want to smash, dude?
You want to wrestle?
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that.
It's gonna be nasty.
You want to smash? Oh, Heather says it's only like that in confinement. You can shower normal in the compound. No, but I'm saying since it was so inconvenient in confinement, did you opt to shower every other day, or were you like, you know what, dude, it doesn't even matter? Everyone still watches you girls be shower stalkers.
It's weird.
Half the girls just skip it and use the sink in the cell because it's easier than having to play the psychological games the guards put you through just to go through the process. You sleep all day and stay up all night in there. Oh, it's a party, dude. It's because they give you dinner at like 3 p.m. So by the time it's bedtime, you're so hungry that you can't just sleep. So your body trains itself to occupy yourself all night, and then you sleep in between meals during the day.
Whoa.
Except your bed has to be made and kept inspection ready between the hours of 7 and 5. So now you're sleeping during the day between your meals, but you're not allowed to use your blankets, and you have to be in your full uniform. Dude. Yeah, I remember when I was in jail for the short stint that I was, they don't turn those lights off like until really late. Or no. It's that they turn them on stupid early. The fluorescent bulbs, if you're on the top bunk, I was on the top bunk. The fluorescent bulbs on the top bunk, meaning right in front of your eyes, turn on like something crazy, like 3 or 4 a.m.
Damn.
And then they just stay on, which I found the workaround was I would just take a tube sock and lay it across my eyes. But like it's all like weird psychological torture games. Prison was really just full of a bunch of stupid and inconvenient rules. Everything was 3D chess. Something as simple as wanting to use the good shower that had water pressure required maximum manipulation. Pause for part 2.
Should we wait? Are we listening to her?
Do you want us to pause? Who's pausing?
I don't know.
Who's pausing?
I'm wrapped up in this story, and now I feel like
Do me a favor. I'm going to stay on that sentence. Scroll down. See how much more. Are we at the halfway mark? What's even going on here?
no, not even close.
No way. Really? Dude,
Yeah.
I feel like I am plowing through this story.
Yeah, I don't even know where we're at now.
I don't know where I am, period. Okay, all right. God,
see.
I'm getting back to it. I'm going back. The guards pretty much just leave you alone. That's a scary thing, too. I don't know what's going on.
Like, oh no, we got the hook.
The guards pretty much just leave you alone, though, in confinement. They just have to walk through every 30 minutes, and then you got counted. And then you got counted at various times of the day as well. After being there for 2 weeks by myself, they put this girl in the cell with me. I had learned to occupy myself at this point, and had a routine. I was trying to get them to let me out. I almost tried to get them. Okay. And having a bunkie in confinement can go really well, or it can be the worst thing that's ever happened. I can understand that.
As even says, I'm plowing through this story, Raven, on paragraph 2.
That's how I feel when I'm just reading in general. I'm like,
This
am
is
cooking,
hard.
dude. And it's like, this is literally just the introduction of the book. Okay, so yeah, I can imagine that having a bunkie could either go really well or really, really horrifying. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially in solitary confinement. I imagine you could probably end up killing a person being locked in a room with them for 24/7 for 2 weeks. I had the first few Game of Thrones books I had read, and I had this origami book. I was learning how to make all these little aminals. That's cool. That's adorable. Keep in mind, the entire 2 weeks, the officers don't have any issues from me. I'm quiet. So they put this lady in my cell, and she's like a tiny bag of bones, like 100 pounds. When they are opening your cell, they have this whole process where you have to go stand in the back of the cell with your hands behind your back and face the wall as they bring in the other person. They don't even have this girl's cuffs on, and she's already asking me if I believe in God. Oh, that's interesting.
Lowercase
Got to
G,
capitalize that G, girl.
Well, what does she mean?
What does she mean? I'm immediately annoyed because that's a many-layered question that you don't start out with. yeah, especially when they're just putting you in there. You don't just come into some random person's cell who hasn't spoken to another human in weeks and immediately get right in her face with that. Or maybe that's exactly what you get in their face
So the
with.
girl still had her cuffs on.
No, they said they didn't bring her.
No. She said she hadn't even taken the cuffs off yet, and the girl's already chatting her up. That's kind of like,
That's fascinating.
I get why you're like, come on. Come on, lady.
It's not even that it was like a conversation I wasn't open to having. This was a girl who was in the process of going into psychosis because, of course, after everything that had just happened, then they would put a girl in my cell who immediately decided that God had sent her to that cell to save me. She starts telling me she's here for me and that she loves me and Jesus loves me, and she kept walking towards me. Keep in mind, this is a small 2-man cell with 2 metal beds attached to the wall, and next to one of the beds, my bed, is also the toilet sink.
The toilet sink, the same thing?
I'm hoping she just means like there's a sink and a toilet, and not that
I think she means it's the same.
she's washing her.
Damn, that's rough. So why did that girl go into she didn't
That's
explain
interesting.
why, right?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully she gets to it.
Yeah.
A very small window there too, but you can't see much out of it because it's this weird. You can only see light and dark. Okay. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, like they had it. It's like painted with something. Yeah. And the door, which has a tiny square window on it, and the rectangle hatch that the food goes through. Also, it's freezing in confinement. When they first bring you in, they take forever to bring your property to you. That includes your bedding and blankets and clothes. So you're just sitting in a freezing cold cell with a mattress. In the first hour, this girl slowly walked towards me. I was sitting on my bed learning to make an origami kangaroo. Nice.
That's significant in the story. So
Yes.
probably.
And she said my name. At this point, we had finally exchanged greetings. She kept looking at me and saying, Heather, look at me. Look at me, Heather. Oh, God, bro. And my dumb ass feeling uncomfortable as hell and not knowing what to do, all awkward, looks up at her and she's like, I love you. And she keeps saying it. And she's saying it like she's talking to a little girl, and she's bending down in my face and kind of saying it. And I'm thinking to myself, what the is happening right now? And she starts saying, I love you to me in baby talk. That's weird. And Jesus loves me also in baby talk. There was a lot of religious psychosis going on in that prison. Yet another story. It's like only the first 45 minutes of time with her, and it's complete chaos. She fucking starts singing to me. She didn't have a bad voice, but stuff like that makes me uncomfortable. Agreed, dude. I mean, that's pretty... Yeah, being locked in a cell for 2 weeks alone and then having a 100-pound woman enter it and start singing to me in the first 45 minutes also makes me uncomfortable.
Would you rather her be there or Izzy?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we know the answer to that.
I don't know. I don't know where this story's going.
Look, she's like, it's 14 pages. Of course I get to it. Top, you dumbass. Of course I explained it. All right. So she starts singing to me. She doesn't have a bad voice, but it's making me uncomfortable. Even having Happy Birthday sung to me makes me feel awkward because I have to sit there and smile while all these people sing a song to me. Yeah, I agree. It is a little bit uncomfortable to have that happen. Then when they stop singing, it's like, okay, that made me feel bad, actually, but no one is allowed to actually acknowledge that.
I think that if David was a girl, his name would be Heather. You'd be a Heather.
I resent that.
You're a Heather.
Well, okay. I mean, this Heather's pretty based.
No, I'm saying this is very much like you.
Oh, well, the things that I find awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like... Happy Birthday is one that I feel like is awkward. So anyway, I sat there and politely listened to her sing. What did she sing? One of those things about prison is if you don't know how to tell people no or shut the fuck up, they're going to get away with whatever they want.
That's the thing about life.
Yeah, it took me a long time to learn that because I was raised by women. And so I didn't learn that until I was a father.
Oh, yeah, people think I'm rude now when I just be like, no.
Yeah.
They'd be like, why do you say no? Like, you can't say no in that situation. I just said no.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's, you know, when you go on like TikTok and women are like, I'm protecting my peace.
Same thing.
Same thing, but not gay.
Yeah. Just simply.
No.
No, thank you.
Not at all. That's like whenever my son starts doing things that I'm going to like get upset. I'm like,
don't like
no,
that.
Stop. No. Done.
Yeah.
Your room.
Roll
Go.
up a newspaper.
But you also have to learn to be patient as well. And as much as I wanted to tell this girl to shut up, I understood I was likely going to be stuck with her for at least a week.
Damn.
Eventually, after she calmed down, I tried to explain to her, you can't just come into my cell and bombard somebody with all that. She was still fairly new to prison and also was just a kid. I tried so hard to be patient with her. I never even told her I disagreed with her. I never told her what I believed. She just decided I needed to be saved and God had sent her for that purpose. Some time had gone by, and when we would talk, she would make passive-aggressive comments at me in regards to our conversation. She told me about how she was brought to confinement for repeatedly telling her dorm sergeant that she rebukes him in the name of Jesus. All right, I kind of like this, Jake.
Okay.
I start to wonder why the officer hadn't tried to put her in psych rather than punish her. They still haven't bought the girl her property or her bedding, and she's laying on the cold mattress freezing. She only has a short sleeve prison blues on since she's new, and I feel bad for her, even though she's getting on my nerves. And I have been in her position though, and I have an extra thermals, so I give her a thermal shirt. She puts it on, and I tell her she can have it. She says thank you and lays there on her bed. A few minutes of silence go by, and I go back to making my origami kangaroo. Suddenly, the girl gets up, takes the shirt back off, and actually throws it at me. Not even like a light toss. It was like, get this away from me type of throw. And she says, my God keeps me warm. All right, well.
I don't know. See, I'm concerned about the punctuation still.
Oh, yeah, the lowercase g God might be on purpose.
Heather says in the chat she was in her early 20s. I mean, by just a kid, I was in my 30s.
Right, yeah, okay. I look at people in their early 20s and I say children.
Child.
And I was a little surprised by this because it's really cold in there. This has never happened to me before. Nothing I have ever experienced has prepared me for this. So I calmly pick up the thermal, fold it, put it on her foot, on the foot of her bed, and say, okay, but if you decide you want it, it's here. And I go back to my bed, make my fucking origami kangaroo, and the shirt hits me in the back of the head as I'm sitting down, and she yells at me, my God keeps me warm. and curls herself back into a cold, shivering ball. I really want to explain to her that my compassion and desire to do the right thing by offering her my thermal was how her God was trying to keep her warm. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But she wasn't ready to hear that. Instead, she's an asshole. I don't really understand how in the course of an hour or so, she went from singing to me to hating me. I still haven't even told her what I believed. I didn't even know what I believed, and I would have loved for somebody to save me, but that's not what this was. Eventually, the guards bring her stuff, and she makes her bed and has a blanket, but now she has her Bible too. She hasn't been in prison long enough to have acquired anything. She had her uniform, ketchup mustard packets, church pamphlets, and her Bible. She started yelling, or she started...
Ketchup, mustard packet, these are things that...
Yeah. Yeah, like I remember when I was in jail, they give you like these really shitty bologna sandwiches. It's really just like white bread with bologna.
You get like mustard with it?
Well, I didn't have mustard, but like somebody else had mustard. And they gave it to me. I think it's because he wanted me to join like his white gang or something like that. So he's kind of buttering me up. He gave me mustard, and he gave me a National Geographic's magazine, which I read from cover to cover. And that mustard like changed the bologna sandwich game, because you're eating like tasteless slop in there mostly. So putting the mustard packet on there was like, I never even realized like this truly is the perfect amount of mustard. Like in that little rectangular pack within it is the perfect amount of mustard. Only when you live a life of decadence do you need more mustard than what is in the pack.
Yeah, dude, I was at Costco yesterday. She's about to give us the bell.
I know. I'm scared.
Fuck, damn it.
What about Costco? What happened at Costco?
At Costco, it was just a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff at Costco.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, the decadence. But
the decadence in Costco is wild.
Okay, you're right.
All right, we're gonna get back to it. We're getting back to it. Sorry. It's a lot of... Costco's a really crazy place. So instead, she's an asshole. I'm sorry, I lost my spot, and I'm really freaking out right now. So they bought her the ketchup, the mustard packets, church pamphlets, and her Bible. She started telling me I had the devil in me, and I was trying to talk to her rationally. I'm really getting upset, though, at this point, because it's been a few hours, and like I said, you stay up all night. And this girl was getting more and more aggressive with her speech and rude and exclaiming all about how my life got turned upside and all about how I was going to hell. Damn. You just offered her your thermals.
I like the ramp up in music too.
Yeah. I'm starting to have anxiety, and she can't just be quiet. Well, that's just women.
Yeah.
And there is a difference between if someone is reading quietly aloud to themselves. I get that. Some people need to read out loud to retain what they are reading, and there is a way to do that quietly, but out loud to yourself. That's literally me. I have to do that.
But then there's aggressive.
Then there's aggressive reading the Bible at someone in a commanding tone. But there's really no way that I can say anything or ask for help without being the one who looks crazy, is there? What do I say? Make her stop reading the Bible at me. These people haven't heard a peep from me in weeks. I behave and don't ever make a scene. This girl is pacing the cell, reading the Bible out loud, and one point she perches herself on the sink like a fucking owl or pterodactyl. Great spelling of the word pterodactyl.
Yeah. She's really up on her dinosaur lore.
She's got a lot of dinosaur lore going on. But when you have nothing to do for 5 to 7 years, you like read and stuff. Read about dinosaurs. She perches up on her toes, holding her Bible, reading passages at me in this small, tiny, confined space. Man, that's incredible.
I gotta say real quick.
Yeah.
Somebody said Nancy needs a chirp.
Oh, don't give her the chirp. All right, fine. Nancy has a chirp.
She's got a chirp.
We're giving her too much power, and she's abusing it.
She is. We talked about Costco for like...
Okay. So in this confined space, she's on the sink and she's reading like an owl from the Bible. At this point, I'm standing at the door to the cell, and I've had my poker face on this whole time.
I think it's because Nancy knows this is lengthy.
She knows, yeah. I mean, honestly, she's doing us a favor, because if not, this will be a 2-episoder. This will be Promises to Thomases.
This must get good.
It must get good. I mean, it's good so far. I've had my poker face on this whole time. I'm being really passive about this girl. but the officers have to make their rounds every 30 minutes. And when they do, I on the door.
I don't like how each progressive time we've cut to talk, it's been shorter and shorter.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
she's hitting
she's
the button more
training us.
rapidly.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
go. And I and I tell them they have to put this girl somewhere else. She is making me uncomfortable. And of course, it's not received well. Like, who the f am I? I'm not just going to tell them to move her. And nothing I say sounds logical. They ask me what she's doing to upset me. And I'm having a bit of a look of shock, or a bit of lock shock. Never heard that.
Yeah, it's kind of like where you're like, well, I get it. Yeah.
Well, so she goes, which is when you do talk to people, finally, you talk fast and you sound hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I was like, she keeps rebuking me in the name of Satan and reading the Bible at me, and she's sitting on the sink. Trust me, they looked at me like I was insane. And the girl suddenly wants to get all offended and upset that I don't want to be in a cell with her. So she goes and sits on the bed like, hey, what are you talking about?
I love that.
All sad and pouty. And of course, now I feel like maybe I made a mistake. I hurt the girl's feelings because I fall for that every time. This person I barely know, just made me feel suicidal empathy. Jesus. And I second guess everything that just happened, and the officers don't want to hear it. So now I'm back to trying to get along with this little girl again. This all started at about 4 p.m., by the way. So by 8, she had her sheets. It was probably a little while after that now. The officers talk to her and act like I'm just being immature and don't want to hear her read the Bible. And even the girl has enough sense to be like, I didn't do anything. She's crazy about me.
Man.
This is a nightmare scenario.
Yeah.
Like this is what you see in horror movies. I was pissed off. Like, you know, when the kid is possessed and then you're like, the kid is trying to kill the cat. And then the kid's like, what are you talking about? And everyone's like, stop being an asshole.
I would never.
Cat. I was pissed off about this. Got turned around. Wait, I was pissed off this got turned around on me, but maybe this will be better now that they spoke to her. All right, reasonable.
I don't think so.
It's reasonable. At some point after the girl was sitting on her bed, I go back to what I was doing, origami kangaroos. She snaps her Bible shut really loud, on purpose loud, and says, I'm just going to have to do this myself, even if it takes all night.
Holy, that's
not good.
That's not good. And what makes it worse is that like she can easily overpower this girl. I feel like she's like a little girl.
But if she does, she's screwed.
But I wouldn't even want to mess with it because it's just like,
well, it's like if you do assault her, you're ruined.
well, that too. But it's just like the imposing fear of what this girl's doing psychologically.
Yeah,
to her is like crazy.
It's such a bummer, dude. 2 weeks without human interaction, and then you get the sink owl.
Yeah.
What in the world, dude?
We're going, Nancy.
All right.
And she has this determined look on her face.
Where is it? She snaps her. Okay. And she has this determined look on her face. Her intention being that she was going to save my soul no matter what.
That's what she meant by that. I'm just going to do this myself.
What she meant by that. The next few hours, she proceeded to chant Bible verses at me nonstop. Literally nonstop. She would not stop. She would not stop.
Well, did it work?
Mm-hmm.
You're here.
When you are stuck in a small cell with someone, you guys have no food, you're starving, it's cold, Bible verses are being aggressively chanted at you, you will go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you are, but I already suffer from terrible anxiety. The type of anxiety that makes you steal catalytic converters. And I was also at this point in my life where the place I was, the Bible was used by people more as a drug, as well as a weapon. And I needed to find spirituality, and I would eventually find my way to where I needed to be. But right now, in that moment, during these few hours, it was just me trapped in a cell, and we were the only two people in the world, and it was like a fucking wizard's battle.
Man.
I can't explain what it's like to circle someone for hours in a tiny concrete cell, not breaking eye contact while they chant at you. This literally is like the scene where like Saruman and Gandalf are fighting in the tower. Shout out to all the Lord of the Rings enjoyers out there.
Scott asked if Heather is single.
Scott is aroused. And here's the thing. Because I was getting upset and having a panic attack, and my heart was pounding, and I was shaking and cursing at this girl to shut the up, she thought her exorcism was working. Oh my God. So the more you react, the more it validates her, the more convicted she is.
My mom has done this to me.
She's like, it's working. He's saying, you cut it out.
Yeah, honestly, my mom has gotten me to the point where, like, with this, almost the same techniques has goaded me into being like, you know what?
Oh my God.
You know what then? If that's what you want. The guy did it to me on Ed Mabry's channel. Where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
is that what you want now?
You want me to behave demonically?
You want me to behave badly? Yeah. I was like, well, now I'm gonna tell you racial slurs.
Right. I'm
And
going to
it's
tell
like,
them to you.
Is this what you want? This is what you, because I was gonna behave
Seems
before.
like what they want. And it seems like that's what her cellmate wants.
This is odd. I don't like the story, but I like where it's going.
She has this delusional fire in her eyes. It was dark at this point too, because it was nighttime. Master roster count had gone by. This girl had thrown holy toilet water at me and had her blanket draped over her head and around her shoulders like an evil nun. And she's chanting over and over, I'm banging on the cell door because I've had enough and I want the officers to come by.
This is what's got her trapped in solitary. This is what she was doing to the officer. Yeah.
She's the toilet nun.
She's the toilet nun.
Holy toilet water. Not only am I banging on my cell door, but the other inmates in their cells are also banging on the doors. It's like a chain reaction. They hear us yelling, so they know some is going on. The officers come by once again, and I end up looking like the one who is the problem. Because every single time the officers come by, the girl knows to shut up and stop trying to exorcise me. This time, though, she's taunting me. I'm at the cell door, and the officers are on the opposite side of the door, and I'm talking to them through the window. This stupid little girl is sitting in the blind spot in the corner on the bed. I have the officers in the door window to my left, and then to my right corner is the girl sitting there with her blanket over her head in the dark with her Bible open, mouthing the Bible words at me with that fire in her eyes, looking like some horror movie exorcist. She whispers at me, and I can hear the conviction in her voice and the belief that she really thought she was rebuking me in the news. I'm shaking, my heart is pounding, and the guards can't see her. And she's not actually making noises. She's just mouthing the words.
Oh no.
And I'm like, you guys don't understand. She's doing it right now. She's doing it right now. She's rebuking me. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I just lost my give me a second.
They're looking at me.
They're looking at
like
me.
I'm completely insane.
And I keep saying, you don't understand. You can't see her from where you are. She's rebuking me. They're telling me to calm down. They're getting really mad at me. They take the girl out of the cell and put her in the shower cell, which they are going to use as a holding cell, but they don't do anything. They just put her in there and leave. There's a main pod for the officers in the middle of all the pods, so that's where the officers mostly go to hide. The whole time they were gone, they had left this girl in the shower cell, and she stood there and continues to chant at me in the cell facing my direction. I was planning on them not having her come back in. She's really standing there with her face pressed up against the bars. The shower cell bars are bars, they are different than the confinement cell doors. And saying exorcism verses in my direction. And everyone in their cells is yelling at her because it's the middle of the night. And even though they're all awake because they're hungry too, they still want her to shut the up. The lieutenant comes in now and talks to her. She doesn't talk to me. This is once again being handled like I just didn't like that she was reading the Bible. But also they were telling her, didn't we talk about this? Which means they also knew she was causing a problem. Then they put her right back in the cell. I was really freaked out by now and started accusing them of putting her in there on purpose to f with me. They were freaked out by me and saying to each other they did see my face, how fucking scared I was. Meanwhile, the exorcism continued. The officers left again.
All right. Do you want me to?
Yeah, please take this over. I'm dying over here.
I love it. I see you struggling at this point. Right. That's our button to switch.
That was good.
I like how David just gives the.
Because it's scary.
It's not. I mean, it's scary.
It's startling.
It's odd that you hear it.
Why wouldn't I hear it?
Well, I started thinking about all the Exorcist movies I'd watch and figured maybe the reason people started shaking and cursing during the exorcism is they're enraged by the inconvenience they feel by having biblical commands shouted at you nonstop, and you can't get away from it while someone throws water on you. It is frustrating.
I would be pretty pissed.
Like, it's funny how the Bible works, right? Because, like, if we're here and someone's reading it to us, we'd be like, this is great. Thank you.
Yeah.
But if you're just throwing it at me.
Like, let's say somebody heard too many F-bombs in this episode and was like, I think I need an exorcism intervention.
Yeah.
And they just, like, cornered us in here.
It
And
would
we're
be
doing
horrific.
that. Yeah. How long would we endure it before we started throwing hands?
Before we had elevator music played at us. For
That's
probably.
right, sorry.
Yeah, so you can't get away from it while someone throws water on you. That's crazy. I used to throw up at church as a kid. This is just an aside.
Wait a second. What?
Yeah, like how Mother Horse Eyes just like randomly transitions. She's
I
like,
like it, yeah.
I used to throw up in the church as a kid, and I used to get these migraines, and we would leave early. So for a while after, I would wonder though if there was something to this whole thing. This is I like how she tells this story. It's a very interesting.
Well, because she's not completely dismissing it, right? I like that. For the audience, we just had like rolling thunder as soon as the music picked up again.
Yeah,
that was cool.
She's not dismissing it. She's come to terms with what happened here. I just like the way the story's being laid out. Thank you, Heather, and thank you, Nancy, for pushing David to read this story.
I feel sapped. Sapped of my energy.
So if there was something to this whole thing, the way it affected me, but also this girl was crazy, is what she's saying. So
why not both?
Yeah, she's wondering, are these things related? She wouldn't stop, and the night was passing. She had become violent and was throwing things at me, chanting, calling me a devil. I was cursing at her, throwing things back, like it's her origami. And like I said, in prison, time moves slow. But in confinement, it stands still. 1,000 years and 5 hours are the same. Time doesn't exist in there the way it does out here.
I hate that, man. I really
It's like the
hate
hyperbolic time chamber. That's
Except
really
the worst reverse.
Man, I remember banging on the cell door again, and I remember hearing all the echoes of everyone else banging on the doors, and no officers were there. And I remember the thought crossing my mind, you can smash her head on the toilet and say she came after you. No one would know.
That's true. You could do that. At this point, would anybody falter? I wouldn't falter.
No one would even hear the story. It wouldn't matter.
No, but I'm saying, like, if this story got out and she said this, like, if she was like, and that's when I slammed her face against the toilet till she stopped moving.
I don't think it would matter.
And I served an additional 10 years, and I'm here to tell you about it because I murdered that woman. I'd be like, dude, I kind of get it.
Honestly, it feels like this is what she's being asked to do.
Yeah. Is this like Tempted in the Desert?
There was there's a story from, I guess it was a confessionals about a dude that had one of these intrusive thoughts, and it said that it asked him to kill his roommate.
Oh, I kind of remember that, yeah.
And he said, like, immediately after the roommate comes in, and he's like, I gotta, like, leave and go for a walk. So he goes and she blocks him, and they get into an argument, which is strange.
Yeah,
it's like,
I remember that.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of what is like. She's small. You can kill her.
Well, hats off to Heather for
not. Well, we don't know how the story ends.
Well, I'm saying not getting to that point till now.
We don't know how the story ends.
I'm just saying, even
Heather
if she killed
could
her
be-
right now, it's like, damn, took her 8 hours. Please continue.
That's not nice.
She's right, though.
She's right. We got it. Well, I mean, we're towards the end of it, Nancy.
Are we?
I don't know. I lost my place.
I don't know where you were either.
See, she made me nervous, and now, okay. I remember the thought crossing my mind that she could smash her. They would investigate, but how would they know?
How would they know?
I have never felt that kind of desperation in my life to have a thought like that cross my mind. Maybe it wasn't your own. Ominous.
Shout out Dr. Jerry Marzinski.
Yeah, looking back on this now, that's really messed up. But also when you're there, your mind is in a different accepted reality. I still can't believe how far this has all come from me getting beat up in the bathroom by Izzy a few weeks ago. I'm exhausted at this point. It's like 3 a.m. Interesting time, maybe even later. The girl doesn't seem to be getting tired either. I kind of like the idea of Nancy, you play that button, I'll kick your ass.
Nancy!
But I like the idea of Nancy kind of giving us the go ahead because I don't know. Nancy likes to listen to the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
and she's right, because several points now when she gave us elevator music, if she hadn't done it the first time, the second time, the third time, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Also probably like these are the points where we'd be getting comments like shut up.
Yeah, and also we would turn this into a 2-day thing. This would be Tom Surratt over again.
Yeah. Okay. I've never felt that kind of desperation in my life. But also when you're there, your mind is to have a thought cross my mind, but when you're there, your mind is different in a different accepted reality. Yeah, for sure. Like you're living in different rules. Actually, that's probably more realistic rules than what we live in with Costco and all that stuff.
Maybe.
The Costco reality.
Maybe. I mean, I think the Earth has been populated with stimuli, and this is void of it. What makes time pass faster is stimuli, and this is like, no, you get concrete walls. I like to listen to, and sometimes y'all do go on such a long tangent or a bunch of tangents, and I'd be getting a little tired. All right.
A little tilted.
Oh, a little tilted. Oh. All right.
I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what that means, but
I get it.
maybe you're right.
You're off kilter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, can't believe how far this has come in the few weeks since getting beat up by Izzy. I start to think about what's going on to try to sleep with this girl in here if this ever stops or if I even feel safe. It's a little absurd thinking back about how I was afraid of her coming after me while I slept, but also desperate enough to consider hurting her as well.
Yeah.
Your mind and logic is different in there. Finally, they decided to move me. I can't remember exactly what happened. It didn't make any sense. I had already explained to the officers it doesn't make sense for them to put her in here when only in here because I got jumped by her bigger, crazier auntie. Now they put another crazy person in here to finish me off. And I said, I don't care, just get me out of this cell. I'm begging them. And the officer says to me, you'd be willing to move? As if this whole situation could have been solved. All right.
That feels like be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you wait, you're willing to be moved? You consent?
It feels
to
like
being moved?
Everyone's screwing with her. So they say this, like, well, why didn't you say you wanted to move? And she's like, what the? Yeah. They're playing games with her. They take the girl and they cuff her and they put her back in that shower holding cell thingy. While I pack up all my stuff and move it to the cell a few doors away on the opposite wall. So when the doors were shut, we could still see each other through our little door windows. They put me in the new cell with another girl who it turns out had been in PC for like 3 months.
Whoa.
That's a long time.
Wait, PC is
this place like
I thought it was TCU.
I think she's like using it interchangeably depending on.
So PC, I think I know what that acronym is. I think she said it before, but it's escaping me right now. Okay.
Nancy? It's fine.
Yeah, Nancy, do you remember what PC is?
She doesn't remember.
It's scary when we wait for her to speak and
the
music plays.
I know.
Oh, protective custody. Thank you, Heather.
Okay, yeah, so it's the same thing.
Yeah. So this
Right.
girl's been in there for 3 months.
That's a long time.
And that's still 24-hour locked. Like that's 24/7.
Yeah. So she'd been trying to get them to let her back on the compound and general population, but they just were letting her sit here. She's really cool, and I'm in such shock after what happened, and she's also surprised and hasn't talked to anyone in forever, and we become immediate friends. I give her coffee, secret stash of instant coffee. Where were you keeping that?
Ooh, Heather,
Yeah.
was that in your butt?
I don't know.
Oh, that's so nasty.
She hadn't had any in weeks, and I tell her all about my crazy night and what was going on and what all the yelling and commotion was. We both have that lock shock thing I had mentioned earlier, so we're both talking nonstop, basically until the sun comes
That's
up.
the worst. Imagine being in that room.
Just gacked out on
Two
butt
women
coffee.
Gacked out on butt coffee. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
which wasn't far off because it had already been most of the night in the cell with the other girl. I
Heather
assume,
says they hide tobacco in their butts, not not
that's-
coffee.
Coffee goes in the other place.
Yeah.
Yeah, this must have been. I mean, you have no concept of time either, I assume, because
Cigarette butts.
well, how are you guys telling the time? Is there actual windows with?
Well, all they have is a window that can show some light, and you can tell when it's light and dark out. So I guess they're just basing it off of the guard's schedule, maybe.
Right. This is crazy.
They do coffee enemas.
Right up the cloaca.
Oh, not the cloaca.
All right, so yeah, they've been up all night talking with the other girl. We spend a lot of time peeking out.
Oh, she says you could buy a watch. I had a watch.
Oh, okay. All right. They spend time peeking out of that door window at the other cell. That little girl stood in the window and chanted for the remaining time.
Oh my god.
All I could see were the whites of her eyes, and I could see her mouth moving, and it was very dark in there. People in other cells would periodically yell at her to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
She just kept saying her Bible verses in my direction. Now that I wasn't there with her, I'm laughing about it with my new confinement friend hysterically. I'm relieved, but I still can't believe everything that just happened. Some time comes by, and it's like 5 a.m., and the breakfast carts come around. They come by. It's a totally new shift now that's here, so they don't know about anything that went on. We're excited. We're hungry. And breakfast is always the better of the food we get. They make their way to the cell of the other girl and go ask if she wants her tray, and they look in, and instead of saying, "You want your tray?" they're like, Oh my god. Girl, what you doing in there? Yeah, these are all
Big black ladies.
big black ladies.
Girl, what is you doing in there?
Girl.
Oh, hell no.
Working in a correction facility. Exactly. Yeah. That must be rampant
Yeah.
in this place.
Oh, is it nothing but just chirps?
Intermittent
constantly?
chirps. That's how they're telling the time.
That's how they know, yeah.
Like it's like a quarter past chirp.
Takes 3 minutes for the chirp to happen.
So I hear the girl from the cell, "I'm having a baptism." And
Oh, no. Baby toilet baptism?
the toilet keeps flushing. They direct the workers to keep passing out the trays, and they get the other officers in to talk to the girl. We can't see what's going on. We can just hear saying things to her like, "Why you naked? You need to put on some clothes. Stop ripping pages out your Bible. Why you flushing Bible papers down the toilet? Shit."
She's using it to back up the toilet so that she can have a baptism.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Pooptism.
Then they turned the water off to the entire unit because it turned out she tried to flush her Bible down the toilet and clogged it and flooded her cell. A little aside here. Don't beep me, Nancy. I washed my daughter's clothes, and for some reason she had the little New Testament Bible in it, and I didn't know.
Yeah. The little ones, the little red ones.
Yeah, I got to either wash all the clothes or something. But like this thing disintegrated to the
Yep.
spine, and now I feel like I've done something really wrong. Like
I
I've
like those
destroyed
little
a Bible.
Bibles.
They're nice.
You know how Matt came over and he was like, "I don't like those little rubber Jesuses."
Yeah.
I like the little rubber Jesuses, and I like the little tiny
He probably
pocket
doesn't
Bibles.
like those Bibles.
That's
By
what
the
I'm
way,
saying, probably not.
we're going to be doing the Bible study with Matt, hopefully Wednesdays. Maybe we'll talk about the schedule for this Saturday, but Wednesdays we're going to try.
It's gonna be great.
All right.
Aced.
Based. So they turned off the water to the unit because she clogged and flooded her cell.
Yep.
Insane. She was naked, smeared all the condiments she had with her. Remember, she had a bunch of ketchup packets and mustard packets. She smeared them all over the walls, and she kept saying, None of it's real, and telling the guards to go home to their families. The guards were really weirded out. They kept trying to convince her to put her clothes on so she could talk to the mental health doctor. She was going to get put in a turtle suit. Turtles. Is that the one like with the arms?
Oh, that's probably where they wrap you up.
Yeah. Like Hannibal Lecter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
Why didn't they just beat her up?
Yeah, they should have just called Izzy.
They should have just beat her. I mean, she's 100 pounds, right? Assault her. No? All right.
So they were going to put her in a... Where is she at?
Turtle suit and go on psych watch. But she refused to cooperate.
Right. They ended up having to call in the extraction team to go into her cell, get her dressed, and get her out. The extraction team is like 6 officers that put on riot gear, pads, helmets, shields. They march straight in. They march in a straight line, one behind the other. They hold on. They hold on to the one in front of them.
Yeah.
And the one in the very front holds this huge riot shield as they barge into the cell and restrain the inmate. This is not a regular thing they do. It's like a last resort. Yeah, wow. So this lady was pretty intense. They even have to have the lieutenant or a captain come in with a full video camera and recording the whole thing because it's got to be on camera.
Yeah, I'm sure like the legal complications with beating the shit out of a naked woman can get pretty squirrely, so better record it all for your protection and mine.
The lieutenant says into the video camera, "Let it be known, inmate, insert name here, was given several chances to leave the cell on her own and refused, so we are going to get her." Then the team marches into her cell behind their huge riot shield. Remember, this little girl weighs like 100 pounds, and 6 big guards in apocalypse gear go in there and put her dress. We get this stupid dress thing to wear to bed when you first get to prison, or if you don't ever get to your own, like it's this ugly blue potato sack. So they put her dress on her forcibly and cuffed her and took her away.
I like the idea of sending dudes in riot gear in to get you
Just
dressed.
get her dressed. It was like, okay, put your
Can
leg
you
through.
put your away?
Yeah.
God.
Heather says, "I never saw her again." The next night, when the other shift came in, and the officers who acted like I was a problem saw that she was in psych now, felt great satisfaction. This whole chain of events really messed me up psychologically. Actually, the entire prison experience did that. I have so many stupid stories, so many. But I think about that whole thing now, just because I used to make jokes about it and think that it was funny that her exorcism backfired and bounced back at her. But now that my beliefs are different, I'm really confused. Nothing makes sense anymore. Was I really getting an exorcism? I know I have family demons and I have been targeted at times. Please let me know if you have any follow-up prison questions. I have a lot of weird stories and no one to tell them to. Also, didn't mean to offend anyone by my crazy schizo references. It's just easier to not be politically correct. My life is together now. Yeah. For now, she's doing frying chicken at Pathmark.
Hell yeah.
I've been home for a few years, but in a lot of ways, I feel like I never left. That's what happened when I went to Florida to go to rehab and ended up in prison for a long time. Okay, bye.
I like Heather.
This was a fascinating story.
Man, I'm fascinated by the idea that you would get migraines and throw up in the church. Were you getting a baptism? I almost feel like you weren't getting a baptism as much as you were
an exorcism.
I mean, an exorcism, as much as you were getting something trying to put you off from Christ. You know what I mean? It's like if you think you have where did she say she has family stuff? Hold on. Schizo references.
Yeah, she's got family demons.
And it seems that you're affected from childhood. And then, of course, having, the drug addiction issue where you go to rehab, it seems like you probably were targeted from an early age. And then to have this experience where somebody claiming to be a representative of Christ is doing nothing but like really twisting this situation. Mm-hmm. You could have easily taken that experience and said, none of that is for me ever again. And maybe that was the point of it. You know what I mean? Not that you were getting a real exorcism. I mean, it sounds like that lady needed an exorcism. I don't think that God wants you to spread your mustard and ketchup packets on the wall and have a toilet baptism, or maybe when you don't have much to work with and all you have is a toilet and a couple of packets of stuff. But none of that seemed like, how do I put this?
Of God.
Yeah, and none of that seemed humble in spirit. None of that seemed gentle. That was not an easy yoke to bear.
Well, she said she never went back to prison.
Well,
probably
that's a good one.
Probably because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel like. To me, it feels more like something that was meant to like keep you from looking at that, keeping you from looking at Jesus Christ as a viable option. Because that's I mean, that lady sounded like she sucked.
Dude.
Yeah, that's right. Give Heather some time. Go and mouth off to her about the quality of the chicken. Watch what happens to you. Watch what happens to you.
Throwing ketchup packets at you.
Man.
Yeah, man, that sounded like you did get wrapped into a situation with some sort of weird demonic presence, man. That lady was going through some stuff.
Let me see real quick what we got. So Paul Goodman says anyone with crazy stories can always tell them to a Christian addiction recovery group. Get them off your chest. I mean, I would certainly, if you have anything else that you'd like to share with us, Heather, you've already elevated yourself to one of my favorite people.
Yeah. Actually, this actually gives me a good idea. What Paul says. They have those recovery meetings at the coffee shop in the morning.
Oh, they do, yeah. Well, Heather's not in Florida anymore. She's in New Jersey. Why would you go to New Jersey, by the way, Heather? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Well, I know there's recovery places in Florida, rehab places in Florida. I was like friends with people in New Jersey who were getting shipped out to Florida to go to rehab, so that's probably what was going on there. Huh.
Okay. All right. We're at an hour and a half, but Nancy, is there another video, another story that is shorter?
Thank you, Heather. That was a great story.
Yeah, thank you,
is?
Heather. Yes, there is a one-page story. It's called Nephilim Addict.
I knew she was going to recommend that.
Hell
one.
Yeah.
Nephilim Addict. We're about to make Heather not feel so bad. I was born in New Jersey, went to Florida because they spin it as recovered promised land. Yes, Heather, that's true. That's exactly what they do.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's that. It's like the place where you're supposed to go to get clean. Like, don't worry, all else has failed. We're going to send you to Florida. There's a place in Florida where you're really going to get your shit together. And I've known people that were like real deep, heroin, all kinds of opioids, and would get sent out. I don't think that there's a place that you're going to go that's going to be this like beautiful. I mean, maybe there's something about it. I don't know what they're doing out there. You know what I think it is? It's like you leave the dreariness and the shittiness of New Jersey, and you go to a beautiful place where the weather's tremendous, and you're going to the beach and you're doing all these different activities and such, and like it's like it's like the Rat City, the Rat City experiments where they're giving the rats cocaine.
Yeah.
And they keep opting for the cocaine, and they're like, yeah, see, rats will just choose cocaine because it's addictive. And it's like, not if you put stimuli around them. So if you make a beautiful environment where there's tons to play with and other rats to engage with and food and interesting things, they don't choose the cocaine.
I think Florida is like what that guy Topher was saying. It's a liminal space. So it's a space where what I've noticed is you come here and it'll make or break you. Like, I was already on a weird entrepreneurial route. I got here and that just like extrapolated. Yeah. But I think if you come here and you're doing some weird stuff, like it'll feed on that too, and then you'll be balls deep in some...
I mean, you could, it could break you. But like I said, I think it's like you get out of that dreariness of New Jersey, and all of a sudden there's like this beautiful tropical place with the beach is wonderful, and there's so much, I think it's kind of that too. All right, let's go to Nephilim Addict. Okay.
There's a word in red here that
I know, and then Nancy has given us a. I would love for Nancy to read the definition.
Yeah, I think she should.
She should, and it doesn't matter what you want to do, Nancy. You're gonna read that. So, greetings, whoever you are, you mysterious man, you. It's 3 a.m. as of writing this, and I'm going to tell you some messed up stuff. I am fighting a bad addiction, and I mean bad Nephilim.
You on
stuff.
Twitter? You on Twitter, man?
I think so. Yeah,
Stay
reach out
off
to us.
Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say, reach out to us on Twitter. No, don't
No,
do that.
stay off Twitter.
I won't respond.
Elon's been posting out there, yo.
100% he wants you to. Guys, remember when I said Elon wants you to jerk off to his AI representation of, or his anime representation of Grok? He is now posting it dressed in like thongs and.
Yeah, every day he's posting like, look at the outfit that she's got now.
Look at it. Look at it. I'm like, you're trying to breathe life into it.
It is bad, man. It's really bad because of people like this. Like,
yeah,
people that are struggling. Like even Sam Tripoli.
Sam's trying not to jerk off to Grok.
He said he's 3 months without watching it, but then
Banger.
like you're scrolling Twitter, which is now the source for everything. It's the
Everything app.
The Everything app, and every so often you've got the guy that's manipulating the algorithm, showing you anime. Yeah, it's like I'm like I see what you're doing.
Anime.
The pressure of Nancy's button.
I know. I'm so scared now. Look, I haven't told anyone this, but my wife once. Feel free to make fun of me.
We will.
But I'm writing this on the off chance of advice resolving this, or at least letting someone else with this problem know they are not alone. Man, I appreciate the out of that. I really do.
I think you're in the wrong place.
No, I don't think so. I think that a lot of these things, it's like if you can get it off your chest. Like anytime I've been like getting too carried away with alcohol or something like that, like saying it out loud in any capacity helps a lot. Mm-hmm. If you don't say it out loud, it makes it that much easier to hide from yourself, which is hugely problematic.
It's a principle that what's his name laughed at me about. We're not even gonna say his name on the show.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But he's like, oh, you're just saying it so that you're adding external pressure so other people is like, yeah, but
that helps too.
But it's also you're saying something.
It's conviction.
Yeah.
Conviction. And look, the external pressure thing is true. If I say, I'm tired of this place, I'm tired of this job, I want to leave this job, I want to go to Florida, I want to be a content creator. If I say it out loud and I tell it to people, there's a higher likelihood of me holding myself to it.
Sounds kind of gay when you say it out loud.
That's what they said. Well, I am a vorophylak. Nancy, please, what is a vorophylak?
A guy who wants to get eaten alive.
Can you read the definition?
Can you read the definition? Can you use it in a sentence? No, please read the definition, Nancy.
It's a paraphilia, characterized by the erotic desire to be consumed by or to personally consume another person or creature.
Interesting. It's
I
an
didn't
erotic.
know you can derive sexual gratification from that.
That's the short definition.
Yeah, an erotic desire. What the hell? I've never heard of such a thing.
Actually, I haven't heard of it either. So he is a vorophylak, someone who enjoys content with the theme of a female predator eating other beings whole.
That's like Lilith stuff, huh?
Well, that's interesting because I remember I told you I'm playing that Resident Evil game.
Right.
And there's that giant,
That's what
and she's got
doing.
hefty cans, and she's like eating, she's drinking blood, she's like, mauling you, and yeah, it's like, yeah. And there's a lot of people on the internet that are like, yeah, big Nephilim milkers. I love that chick. Like, people love her in that game, Resident Evil 8. There's a large variety of this content, from furry and gay stuff, same size beings eating each other, or giants eating smaller beings. In recent years, AI can make all the demonic content you want. Now, doesn't that sound like Nephilim crap? 100%, dog. 100%. I never asked to like this content. It is quite literally the biggest source of shame in my life, which I think is part of it. The more shame, the more unredeemable you feel. Yes, dude, you know what it is. You're nailing it. You're 100% nailing it. It's about making you feel like an unredeemable piece of shit, which is
it's funny.
untrue.
It's the spiral, right? Like you spiral. And then from that episode, which I guess the guy's listening now, but it'll be released soon, with Kingdom in Context, where he's talking to us about the spiral, the maze.
Yeah, by the way, in Resident Evil 8, There was a lot of spirals and even specifically labyrinths. A lot of them.
Yeah, that's the point of this. It's like you have traversed this maze, this labyrinth to the point where you are now within the city walls and you feel like it's unredeemable.
But you don't realize that the actual way out is just like repent, ask for forgiveness, admit to God what you've done, ask him to forgive you, and it's a very straight. Yeah, you got to say it out loud.
Say it out loud and knock down the walls.
That's it. Yeah.
Like they yelled it on the outside of the cities of Jericho. They yelled.
Right.
It's very interesting.
I'm off to people eating other people.
I was like, all right, cool.
But no, dude, you're nailing it though on that aspect of it's all about the shame and the more unredeemable you feel. I realized that I enjoy this stuff as soon as I reach puberty. Oh man, that's
early.
That's really early. I watched Men in Black 2. In the beginning, there was a scene with an alien woman who eats a man whole and has an enlarged stomach. She's kind of similar to this character. Hey Nancy, can you bring up the alien lady from Men in Black 2? I want to see her. I want to have a gander at her because
take a look at her.
Let me take a look. Let me look at this. So she has an enlarged stomach, and would you believe
Valkyrie says, "Don't do it.
Don't do it." And would you believe that I felt a new feeling I never had? Arousal. That's a bummer. That's your your arousal moment is a lady from.
It kind of also speaks to like why. It's like, well, that I don't know, is that a generational iniquity kind of thing, a generational trauma? Because yeah, when I saw that scene, I kind of remember it. I don't remember popping a bee. You know what I mean?
Popping a bee, right?
Yeah, it's just. But some people do, and it's like
P and a B.
These things are set out there as like little landmines.
Yeah, they do
traps,
that.
Right?
Yeah. Little things that seem like kind of innocuous if it's not your thing.
Specific bait.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Paranoid American talked about it.
He seems like a kind of dude that would be into
He
this.
does seem like a dude that that pees a bee when he sees that.
Pops a bee.
I mean, look, if you think about the history of just the Nephilim in general and that whole cannibalism aspect, which obviously he's keen to when he's talking about it earlier on already in the story, that is you want to talk about like the ability to pass on genetic memory. Imagine one of your ancestors watching one of their loved ones be eaten alive by a thing that looks like a human.
And instead of the reaction being fear and disgust, it's...
Well, maybe it was fear and disgust, but when it gets passed down generation to generation, it gets watered down. Then when your descendants see it, pull up the lady, Nancy. I don't know if you heard me.
Apparently, I can't share screen on my tablet.
Unbelievable.
Guys, you're gonna have to go ahead and buy the new Nancy t-shirt.
Guys, buy the Nancy t-shirt so we can get her a computer because we can't get her
everywhere you can buy t-shirts.
But yeah, I mean, your great grandfather might have been disturbed by watching his loved one get eaten. By the time that generational memory hits you and then is triggered by a sexy Men in Black scene, it's a powerful thing, but it manifests totally differently because of the context that you're seeing it in. So you have a connection to it, but the context is sexual. And so it manifests sexually, and now you're doing this.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a crazy thought. The wires are crossed, man.
The wires are all crossed. I continue to seek and consume this content, mostly shamelessly for years, in the mind of no harm, no foul. But then I found the truth. And then came the shame of disappointing God. To this day, I will abstain, but put a little drink into me, or put me alone for a time, and the temptation comes. Yeah, that's how it goes. I just want to say on that thing that I just said, that really frames it in a way where it's like you should feel like shameful, but like you shouldn't feel irredeemable. Like there could be a real genetic memory at play, given what our ancestors were subjected to. You think about like the Inca and the giants that are building the temples.
Yeah.
And they're cannibalistic giants. I mean, those people are watching their loved ones get devoured by gigantic men. Like fucking horrifying. And so, yeah, when it comes down to you in 2020-25, all your wires, like you said, are all crossed and mixed up. Like, you're not irredeemable. You're just all up in the game, baby.
I'll say something crazy. That might be less shameful than having the inclination to want to watch, like, stuff.
Could be.
I don't know why. Just
Well, the
seems
incest
worse.
stuff would come from being around people that are trying to keep that bloodline.
Yeah.
I think it could all be traced back. All the traumas, especially the lustful sin
is
traumas.
incest stuff Nephilim?
100%. Yeah. I mean,
is-
that's what they're doing to maintain their bloodline. Your cousin.
Oh my God.
I don't want to be my cousin. Your cousin, but he's gonna
Yeah,
the baby's gonna be. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be Nephilim baby.
That gives a new meaning to uncovering your father's nakedness. That like was it Ham who did that to Noah?
To Noah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then in Deuteronomy, when you uncover your father's nakedness, that means that you've slept with his, might not be your mother, but you've slept with his wife, because at the time they could have had a couple, many wives, but it also could mean your mother. That is an odd thought. Yeah, that's how you get not hearing that sound.
Okay, so to this day I'll abstain. You put a little drink in me, pops off. There are a lot of strange things that people like: poo poo pee pee stuff, masochism, chicks with. But in my case, this has to be the most weird Nephilim like stuff to exist. Literally times of Noah.
I didn't even know this category existed.
Yeah, you're in a small percentage
Thank
of
God
people.
we're not doing Tower Gang anymore, because we would have would have been a subject for like weeks.
Like I'm saying though, this has to be one of the most deeply rooted trauma-based experiences that a human can be subjected to, is watching another big human eat your loved ones. So
this is even before the idea of having to interbreed to keep a bloodline. This is when they were just out free,
yeah,
chilling. This is an old one.
I mean, that's the big fear, right? Is something eating you, like some creature eating you. That's the big monster fear, and this dude's pulling to it.
It's almost like an extension of humiliation.
Well,
like
in the way that it evokes shame, like real shame.
Well, that should evoke shame in the person that is being, but it is a category of this.
Well, just for this dude's,
like, being eaten is kind of shameful.
yeah.
That sucks. It should be a fear.
That should be a fear,
Yeah,
right? But when
cuckoldry should be a fear.
Correct.
Like, and so should this, but it's
well,
confused.
that's where women get all messed up with, like the R fetishes. You know, the big R fetish.
Oh yeah.
The big R fetish.
Yeah, same thing.
It's
same
like
thing.
that should be horrifying, but yet they're putting it in your.
Nancy looks like she reads a lot of these books.
But it's always done by a Minotaur man.
Nancy, have you read these books?
Don't read these books.
Have
Nancy.
you read? Nancy's read 50 Shades of Grey.
Ah, dude, that's
No,
it.
I have not.
Liar.
All right, I believe her.
I don't think so.
So literally times of Noah stuff. I have began to pray at times for deliverance of this, but then weird stuff happens. I might get a migraine or my stomach feels queasy, lights have flickered, and other strange happenings. I have also had dreams of these things when I've abstained and have relapsed when I awake. It's strangely the most guilty pleasure. You know it's wrong, but I am so compelled. Appreciate you guys reading this. Would appreciate any thoughts or solution to my messed up stuff.
I got a solution. I have an idea for a solution for you at the very least. I don't know your name, but thanks for writing in.
We'll just call him Vorophilia.
Vorophilia.
Vorophile.
Call you V. What up, V?
What up, V?
I think so I'll look for your email in the emails, and I'm going to forward this to at like Laura Baker at the very least. I think this would be a case that she would want to look at and help you, because there's something when he said here at the
That he's tried deliverance on it, but he's gotten migraines and nauseous, and then he's had dreams about it. Like,
lights. I mean, even poltergeist. So that means it's so deep rooted that it can become physical.
Yeah. So what I would say is take some solace. I mean, you're not abstained of your part in all of this, but you're being.
I mean, it's not me. I'm not into that.
No,
but
I'm saying, like, you're
not alone.
Well, it's not even that you're not alone. You're not alone, as in something is with you. Something is getting you to do this. Now you're the one who's ultimately giving in or not.
This says this is the type of shit you find in prison library, urban stories.
Is that real? Is that real? But yeah, this isn't you. So it's interesting because sure, I can understand the feeling of shame, but you should also have a feeling of, maybe you shouldn't have it, but I would also understand the feeling of anger. Like something is nudging you and something doesn't want you to be free of this. And something is tapping into something that's probably, generational. You know, who the hell knows? I wonder if you've got anything going on in your bloodline that you'd be aware of.
Does it even matter? I mean, I think, again,
well, for it to resonate with him so young when he's not been subjected to anything like that, and then for it to follow him, to me, I'm like, there's something going on, like in the bloodline, dog. Like your bloodline has been exposed to something, and yeah, it's like, who knows? Maybe somebody in your bloodline did that thing, and then now it's manifesting to you as this sexual perversion. It's just like, it's so strange that was like, you know, when I was a kid, like I saw boobs and I was like, whoa, boobs crush. I didn't see people eating each other and being like, yo, that crushes. You know what I mean? So like, to me, there's something else at play here. And then of course it coming into your dreams.
But we all are like kind of,
it depends on what it is.
We're trapped by this though, like by the ideas of these things, like
goonery.
Yeah, it's true.
Ideas of goonery.
And it comes to you. Ed Mabry said that he saw, the magazines just randomly on like a floor strewn about, and his friend saw it. My uncle had them in the bathroom. This is
that was normal.
That was normal.
I
Like
would
Playboy
show up to
in the
people's
bathroom.
houses and like their parents would have it in the bathrooms. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, but then you go there, you look to it. It's like, it's always an introduction to it. So, man, just, I don't know. Don't feel like you're alone in it. It's just that's your thing. It's kind of. This is your thing. No, dude, we gotta. I think we'll
pass it along to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you Dr. Laura Baker's email. She's also in the Patreon as well. But
if you're interested in a real crack at deliverance, Dr. Laura Baker helped me out when I was going through only like a couple of weeks ago. I was like plagued by these repetitive, stressful dreams that eventually started to turn into some sort of presence. And it was also trying to get me, like, it was showing me cheeks in my dreams. It was like, look at this chick's cheeks. Look at these chicks' cheeks. And I was like, oh, snap, cheeks. Now that doesn't happen no more. You know, so, and I don't think it's a one.
I'm not gay no more.
I'm not gay no more. I have been delivered. When is the news show starting up? We were supposed to record something today, and then Top went, no.
I
don't want to do it.
I was making some cool thumbnails for our new stuff, but yeah, we're gonna get out of here in a second. Here's a thumbnail from the latest episode. If you guys didn't catch our last episode with David,
dude, I can't, like, I was looking
at Nephilim, and David just geeking out over the Pokemon cards that I found.
I mean, literally that Blastoise, dude. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon, and that card is my favorite card. That OG Black, like, that was big, man.
Unironically, this is a fun thumbnail. I like this one.
That's very fun. Who's that Nephilim?
So that's what I was doing. That's why we didn't record the trailer.
Are we gonna record it this weekend?
Yeah, maybe.
Commit to it, dude.
Are you going to commit? What time on Saturday are you going to commit to?
I'm not going to the coffee shop.
No, to here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. What time is good for you?
Whatever time.
We
should do this off air.
Somebody called him Blapdoise.
Nancy, say goodbye to the people.
Nancy?
Goodbye.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
You can persuade them that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see. You can't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that